welcome back. It's been a very busy week for me, and it's great to have you guys here again. How was your week?
It was stressful.
Motherhood was motherhood.
He was doing me. But we thank the Lord. We're here, we're surviving. Let's get this moving.
Yeah, so today would be...
You put no greeting.
Oh! No, like day.
A whole queen.
It's okay.
I mean, pickles. Okay, so how was you guys' week?
It was good, actually. It was okay. We're here.
That's great. Yeah, it's good.
Good. So this week we'll be talking about pregnancy, the symptoms, the cravings, the good things, the experiences. I know we have a lot to share from different perspectives and experiences, and we'll be sharing that with you guys today. Please get a seat and be ready to make comments and talk and share with us. Thank you. Okay.
Right, let's just get into it, okay?
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so that way I think we'll start with you.
You know, I had said before that, me and pregnancy, don't exactly get along the best. For me, yes, pregnancy can be quite challenging because of all the symptoms. So so with my first pregnancy, nausea, vomiting, I had everything. But when I go out, everyone's like, "Oh my God, you look so good." I'm like, "Are you alright?" It's like, "What do you mean I look good?" Yes, I might physically, like I was glowing. Everyone was like, no. Me and the toilet were 5 and 6.
What were you doing there?
I was throwing up. I was really, really sick. I lost a lot of weight. I remember me and my husband traveled to Houston during that period, and I weighed myself. I think I used to be like maybe 50 something kg, and I was like, was it like 42 or something? It was a drastic weight loss. So the vomiting, nausea was super, super bad. My doctor prescribed me a medication, so I used that. But once I got to like 6 months is when my pregnancy starts to I start to enjoy it. So with my first pregnancy, I didn't have any cravings. I just didn't want to eat anything. Indomie. It's your first experience, right? So you don't really know how you're going to react to things. And even your husband doesn't know how he's going to react to things. One day my husband was making Indomie. Bless his heart. He likes Indomie. I smelt the Indomie. It's like the smell just traveled. I said, "I was coming to get you." I was in the room. Oh my God, I threw up. I was so sick. To the point I said, "Babe, finish this Indomie." I put towel underneath the door because I did not want the smell. He was like, "So you're not going to talk to me?" I said, "We'll talk behind the door." Literally. So I couldn't eat Indomie. Even after my pregnancy, I couldn't eat Indomie. I just started eating Indomie late of my second pregnancy. Since that time, me and Indomie. So I didn't really have any cravings like that. I just couldn't eat. Eventually, I was able to start eating towards the end. A bit better here and there. Once again, just little bits I could eat. I couldn't really eat anything. Now that was that. So I thought, pregnancies. But then my second pregnancy, I thought that was tough. This was tougher. But literally, I kept saying, I was like, "God, if you can just see me through this, just each one day at a time." And I kept saying, "God is good." Yes, you feel like crap. You don't feel good. But guess what? God is good. Like that really just got me, through that season. But this second pregnancy was much worse. I was in hospital, in and out of hospital. I was spent 3-4 days in hospital because to drink water, guys, water. I was throwing up water. To the point that I was throwing up blood because there was nothing else in. It was that bad. And I think people knew earlier that I was pregnant this time around because I did not go to church. My boss was like, "You can work completely from home," which was amazing, that I could have that. But my iron was bad. I couldn't eat anything. If I see rice and stew, the person that's carrying the rice and stew, get out. I couldn't. The person who made the rice and stew, like what? What insult? I felt so insulted. So I did not, the rice and stew, I did not like it at all. You cannot tell me anything about it. I don't like it. So that was, for me, was the major thing. But then towards like end of my second trimester, I could start eating things. Me and amala, I don't know. They use amala to do me.
What's amala?
Amala is yam flour.
Yeah.
Yep, correct. Yeah, right. Yeah, for the non-Nigerians. So it was, the yam flour with egusi. I know that's a weird combination, Nigerians, but it was what worked, right? And also beans. Oh my gosh. I could eat beans morning, afternoon, evening, but it would have to be in small quantities. So it felt like I was always full, but I wasn't always full. I just couldn't eat a lot. Like I said, there was a period of that pregnancy that I was actually in hospital for like 4 or 5 days. And in that period, I could not eat. I was on a drip. That's how I was surviving. Wow. They were trying to figure out how to manage the vomiting and the nausea, to the point that they had to give me, I was taking like 6 medications. I'm not exaggerating, prescribed. And then on top of that, I was taking gravel, which is like over the counter. All of that. The doctor literally said, okay, you start with this one, and then I'm just trying to explain how intense nausea, because sometimes you might look at us pregnant women, is it not pregnancy? Is it not? No. Like, imagine being able to see food and you can't eat it. Like, I learned to not take a lot of things for granted. The ability to be able to eat is actually it's a privilege. It's a blessing. So I would say, like, that was my experience. It was just really, it was very challenging. But thank God for my husband. He would make that amala for me.
How about cravings? You didn't have cravings?
No, there was a time, like, I had cravings. Like, I wanted to eat my mom's food, but I knew that I couldn't get my mom's food. So I told me, Yinka, you cannot get your mom's food. Move on. Like, I just had to tell myself that. But apart from that, I don't enjoy it. It's just, it is what it is. If I could skip the part, and I would. And I think even because of that, I would probably have like a football team. If not because of that, I would have wanted way more kids. But I'm content and I'm blessed with what I do have. But no, pregnancy is, I've heard some stories as well about people that they go deaf, they have dental problems, some people cannot walk. Like, so many different things happen to people. Everyone has different experience. So what about yours, Queen?
Interestingly, I didn't have. So it's like food. Either you have food cravings or you have food aversion. So aversion is what you do not like. What you crave is what you want. For me, I was neutral.
Nice.
I was good, and I think, a lot of things for me start with the mind. Yes, wellness and the state of well-being is like it's a thing. It starts with the mind. So for me, I was more focused on my blessing, right? So the weight of the gratitude sort of
suppressed,
outweighed whatever negative cravings or aversions. It just outweighed. So I was most interested in feeding my baby. Right? So it was every day. Remember in the last episode we talked about being selfless. Being selfless started as early as pregnancy for me. Like, I was pregnant and I was looking forward to having my baby and making sure my baby was well fed. Like, I'll make sure I have all my nutrients. I'll eat, like I was
balanced.
Yeah, very balanced. For breakfast, I have oatmeal with fruit.
Look at you.
It was like
You're good.
Vegetables.
She's good.
Oh my goodness, not eating this, or was not eating that. Funny thing, I wasn't even interested in me anymore. I was like, how is she eating? Is she fine, right? Will she like this? And some people say when their babies, they have some types of food, and then they feel like my baby doesn't like this food. Have you guys experienced that? Where you eat something and you feel like
my baby didn't
like it. Maybe I felt some movement, or some would say my baby was excited when I had some things, right?
Cold drinks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People say, with cold drinks or with sweet
they will
things,
kick more. They will
they're not happy, And then with some meals, they'll be like, oh, my baby sleeps more when I eat this, or when I eat today. It was like a smooth journey for me. And I'm
Nice.
grateful.
Yeah.
And the truth is that everyone can,
Have the
have
same.
that
Yeah.
way. But for me, it was almost like perfect, right? Like from start to finish, from day one to final day, it was good. Like all through. I didn't throw up for one day.
Wow, nice. Good for you.
That's a blessing.
Honestly, I didn't
Good
have
for
sleep.
you.
Experience.
People will say, "Oh, I couldn't sleep at 7 months. I couldn't lay down." No, I was fine. I could sleep fine.
That's amazing.
You know, I feel like it was a compensation for before, right? So guys,
Let me
You're
give
living
you-
in a soft
I know. Let me give you the gist there. When I found out I was pregnant, my husband wasn't at home. He went for his dad's 70th birthday or something. So I was by myself, I think. Oh no, with my sister. And just like that, one very sharp pain. And this is my first baby. Just like that pain was from the pit of hell. It just had to be because I could not stand. I could not lift myself. Anyway, she had to get someone to rush me to the hospital. I was on drip, blah, 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 blah. We found out I'm pregnant. You see this pregnancy? I would eat masa. There's something called masa. It's a locally made meal with rice. It was so bad. They make it with rice.
Yeah,
That's
correct.
and it's not even a food from my place, basically.
Oh, is it those
So,
that are like balls?
balls,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Crunchy.
Guys, if I don't eat masa in a day, there's problem. Like, it was so bad that we had someone that helped us in the office. She knew that once Madam Fumi come, masa, I would, like, that was the first thing. That was one thing. Then spicy food.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. I can eat just pepper. Like,
Literally.
So that means you enjoyed
Spicy.
pregnancy.
I enjoyed it, but you see, I could not cook. Whatever I cook, I cannot
You can't
eat.
eat. Yes, I know. Yeah. I couldn't
And then
cook.
it was like, no. Kitchen was no. So we literally had to get someone to cook our meals for us. It was, I could not. Like, if my husband is boiling rice, that was one thing. And I perceive rice, it's over.
Game over.
I would throw up. I think I threw up for like 6 months with my first. Second was okay. Then you see that part of sleeping. It was hell. Oh God. I slept like anything. Then guess the funny part. I don't want to sleep on the bed or mattress.
Yeah.
It felt like something was floor. I'm sorry. You see that floor? It wasn't rugged floor.
The tile.
Tile. The tile that the code would be.
Oh, yeah.
It would be
I
entry.
think I can understand that.
Look. And it was, I could not stand wearing, like in the house, wear clothes. Like, it was bad. I could not wear clothes. I don't want to feel anything on my body. So it was terrible. Oga had to agree and just watch me go around naked because at this point,
Enjoying it.
but Oga could not touch. You can look but not touch because I just could not stand it. Like the floor was my favorite, like it was my best position, best place to be.
Wow.
I tell you, like I loved that cold towel. It was the best thing ever. Then the final bit of pregnancy. Oh God, I could not sleep. Did any of you ever get that point where you couldn't sleep at the last bit of pregnancy? You lose sleep. I could not sleep final bit of pregnancy. It was something. And then when I was 41 weeks, I was strong.
41 weeks.
41 weeks.
Is your
Girl,
first
I
child?
was hopping with Caris. Yes, my first.
Wow.
I was hopping shops, like mall, like church, everything. I was strong. But prior to that, I don't want to do anything. I was the baby girl, pregnant woman. I don't want to do anything.
I was 42.
Like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah, I did 42. In fact, in the 42nd week, I was still like as strong as.
I would see you.
What's wrong with this one? Yes, so
that was and funny enough, yeah, that was with my first. But with my third, it was bang on 37. We had to get this baby out. That was that one.
For
and
the
then
first?
for
No,
the
for
third.
third.
The first 41 weeks.
Okay.
The third 37 weeks.
What's
And you know the
second?
way second was I think 39 or so. Like it wasn't that bad, but like what we said, the second one I could not breathe. Like my mom, I was just with my mother-in-law, and then, oh, God bless her. She was with me, and then we just called my mom, and my mom was like, why am I hearing your breathing like so loud over the phone? Like, what is going on? I was just on the floor. I was just, sorry to use the word useless. I was just like, I'm done at this point, on the floor. And my mom said, no, there's something that is not right. Funny enough, she lives in Abuja as well. My mom came home, rushed me to the hospital. I don't know what that thing is called. They put oxygen, whatever, on your nose to help you breathe and things like that. That was how I had that baby. So different symptoms, different pregnancies.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I ate. I ate. But spicy food, thank you, welcome. Every time, bring it forth. How about you?
It was a breeze, yeah?
For me, I think I love pregnancy. I can carry pregnancy for as long as I can. But you see that one day of delivery.
That's the opposite for me.
I don't love that. I don't love delivery at all. It was never a sweet experience for me, for the three of them. First trimester was good. No, it wasn't like it was so good. I had symptoms. I threw up. I didn't want to eat. But you know, I could still bear all of those. Compared to the one day of delivery. It's always hell for me.
So for pregnancy, cesarean section, or
no,
was it like elective?
It was vaginal delivery.
Okay.
So because I don't like delivery, okay, so for my first, I didn't know what delivery was going to be about. So pregnancy, I rocked it, I had fun. I told myself, like Quinn said, that is a thing of the mind. I told myself, babe, if you have cravings, are just on your own. Because I was living far away from my parents. My siblings weren't around. My husband was a banker. It's always very busy for them in Nigeria. So it was just me. And that time I was having my master's. So I'm either in school or at home. When I'm in school, I'm in my room, trying to like read and prepare for so many things. So it was a lot going on. I had lots of activities. So I did not really focus on the pregnancy. So I didn't really like have, yeah. So it was a distraction for me. So I didn't feel the pains, the cravings.
And everything.
Yeah.
But you had other things.
Yeah, so I had so many things in my mind. But after, when it was the third trimester, I realized I was dealing with heartburn. Oh my God.
Yeah,
this heartburn did not go. I had heartburn for like a whole trimester.
Yeah.
The last trimester.
You never got it?
Oh,
Third trimester for me with all my
it's
three
not a
kids,
good thing.
Like it was something. Yeah.
I was literally walking around with what did they call this thing? Magnesia.
Tums?
No, it's not Tums. This white
milk
stuff.
of magnesia.
Milk of magnesia.
Okay.
I was always going about with it. It wasn't funny. That's one thing that I remember that it gave me hell. And then again, all through my 3 pregnancies, for the first one, I was good, though I was anemic.
Yeah.
The second one, I had to get transfused at delivery. I was in labor and I was getting transfused at the same time.
Wow.
It wasn't a good experience
Wow.
for me.
But how come it was? They let it wait till you were having like delivering.
Why
the
they
blood
had to?
transmission, because they should have been
So,
monitoring.
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
So there was this hospital. The hospital I used, they told me they were going to boost my blood iron levels with I think one iron tablets, ferrous or something.
Yeah.
So they gave me, and I kept using it. I was using it every day. So they believed it was going to help me, like boost it, and it wasn't doing enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there was something I did all through my 3 pregnancies. I did not go for anti-natal.
What?
So maybe I started anti-natal for each of them
Naughty.
at about
That's
27,
Thank you.
about 27 weeks.
What?
For the three of them because
Can I ask
because
why?
I was good. I was good all through.
No.
And then there was
Oh,
time.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
so
no,
so
no,
there
no,
was a
no.
time
We're not judging
I
you,
went.
but no.
We're judging you.
So I went once for my first baby. It was a general hospital, and then it was just like a whole crowd, and they were just addressing us. They said we should be dancing, and they were doing some. They were discussing. They were discussing some
Yeah,
annoying
they do this,
things.
you know, there's this-
They were talking
yeah.
about your private life with your husband, you know, and it was kind of, it sounded somehow to me.
Oh, I
So
hear
I
you.
lost interest. I was like,
I
oh,
hear you.
this is what I'll be wasting my time doing every time. My people was good.
Just for clarity, this was
Back home?
Back home.
No, not here. And even here, how many times did I go for antenatal?
So back home, like with this public hospitals,
Yeah.
back home, what they do is when you go for antenatal, so they gather the women, and then the nurses make you sing like
You sing, you dance.
interesting songs.
Yes.
Like they talk about parts of your body.
Yes.
You sing about parts of your body. You sing about your husband. You sing
You-
about
I'm
sexual
telling you.
intercourse. You sing about all sorts of
Exactly.
random stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
You
so
experienced
it was,
this?
yeah, so,
I
no.
didn't experience
Oh, you
that.
didn't experience that?
No.
Oh, so
Did you go to a private hospital?
Yeah, it was
That's
private.
why.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
private.
No, they
so
do
I
this.
didn't-
They do this with the public, you know, the general
so-
general
No,
hospitals mostly.
with me, the private hospitals were teaching you breathing techniques,
Excuse me?
getting you.
That was luxury. That
Oh,
was
no, seriously, they were
luxury.
teaching us breathing techniques, how to, contract like your
Yeah.
muscles
My dear.
when you want to push.
Let me
and
tell
how
you.
Yeah.
We would sing and dance about sexual intercourse, and
Yeah.
then you must dance.
Wow. Okay.
And then so I saw it as a waste of time. So
Oh, I
stopped
see. I
going.
see why.
I see.
I see
So
why.
I
So
was
I'm not
like,
judging you
okay,
anymore.
So
understand.
I'm
No
like,
judgment.
what am I going to do there? I was
Ladies, please.
well.
But
Go
is it-
for
go
go
for
for your
your
antenatal. It's very important.
That's
please.
very important
No, but
because
can I say, was it
Yeah.
every appointment they were doing that?
Yes, that's what
Yes.
they do. Like
Every
you know, the thing
appointment.
is, I've tasted like a bit of
They're
you know
jobless.
professionally. I can
Yeah,
I understand what she's saying because we would normally organize. I didn't. I wait now. Don't judge me now. My colleagues did, not me.
you are your colleagues are you.
You get, but I do know what she's talking about. The thing is, what they do is they organize sessions. So rather than, and I think that's what they used to do before in the days of old, like old school stuff.
2013
Our mothers
Right.
was the
that's
day
what-
of old.
No, I'm saying they
I'm
didn't.
saying that back
Oh,
in the
oh,
That's what.
oh,
they,
okay,
that's what
okay,
they used
I
to do
get
that.
you.
So obviously, modernization has not, visited them yet. So they're still doing the old school thing. The old school thing then used to be they'll gather the women and they'll sing like
I guess
in
maybe
fact,
that's
they'll
what
do
they
this
had. And just
exactly,
Yeah.
and they didn't know much about breathing techniques. They didn't know much about
In
it,
fact,
right?
I was so naive that when I started contracting, when I got into the labor room, God, my mom was telling me, just enjoy yourself, don't shout, enjoy.
Yeah.
And then when the first contraction hit me,
Boom.
I was screaming, Jesus, where is your face?
Where's your face?
What happened to me? What's that sin that I committed that is making you punish me this way?
Don't get us involved so quickly. Like,
Oh my dear. At some point I thought I had an accident. Like a car was hitting me. I'm telling you, I did not. If I give you my whole story about delivery,
Oh, now I see why you.
I think
Now I see why
we
you're
have to
done-
make an episode of that.
No, I think we're gonna do an episode about the whole
Delivery
how did
day.
you prepare?
Yeah.
When did you pack your hospital bag? Things like that.
Ha.
That's another conversation on its own.
That one, eh?
No,
Okay, so there was this thing that got me. I mean, I think it was deceptive. The book, I don't have anything against the book.
What book?
Supernatural.
Oh, I read that book.
I love the book.
I
was-
Actually,
I love
like
it too.
what?
Let me tell you what happened
Okay,
to
go on.
me.
Exactly. Go ahead. Let's hear.
So the way they described the childbirth and how the woman didn't feel pain and how she went there, she was smiling at the nurses and all of those. I had it in my mind how I was going to smile. I was going to enjoy myself.
But it works for me.
Exactly.
Like, Supernatural Childbirth was my go-to book when I was pregnant.
My love.
And honestly,
only
I read
discovered
it
it with
chapter
my
to
second.
chapter.
I feel like it worked for me.
And then the lady was
I
like,
didn't-
you
yeah.
should declare the word, God's words while you're in labor. I tried.
I did.
But I was just shouting. I said, Jesus, where's your face? Don't abandon me. Don't forsake me at this time.
You know that the funny thing was I was speaking in tongues. My honestly,
I didn't remember I was a
I didn't
Christian,
even-
my dear.
You know the funny thing, I didn't
Because
take
the
pain
only thing I
reliever.
remembered was that.
So I feel for some reason it worked for me because I didn't take pain reliever at all. My
Yeah.
first was natural, no epidural, no pain reliever, and
Me, I did
baby
not-
was there.
I
I
didn't
like,
speak in tongues.
in fact, I didn't
didn't
contract.
speak-
I didn't. Honestly, I didn't
I
contract.
didn't even
till-
remember tongues.
Okay, wait. I was 5 cm dilated
Okay.
and no pain. I didn't even know I had contracted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
And it happens
Yeah.
like that for some people as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't even feel it. But I'm not saying it's because of the book or not the book.
Yeah.
It just happens differently for
Okay, so
everyone.
for me, I feel that I trusted that book too much.
And it let you down.
I'm telling you.
See,
Because
the
I didn't
thing
think
is-
about the pain.
See that book? I think there's 2 of them.
Okay.
There's
I know
there's
another.
one because
The blue
someone
and white.
yes
Yeah,
someone
I got
gave
the
me
blue
another
and the
one. So I had this one that's like I think the one you read. I had that one. Then a lady gifted me another one. Yes, and that other one was just like prayers. It was mostly prayers. Like you pray about the different parts of your baby's body.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
I-
that has
you
it
pray
as well.
about
I
the
think it's
baby's
at the
growth.
back.
Okay, this one was like a lot of prayers. Like from
Okay.
start of pregnancy, you pray for yourself as well. Like through each stage of pregnancy.
My dear, I prayed.
No, but pregnancy is beautiful.
It is, yeah.
Pregnancy can be challenging. It's just a different phase. Like,
Yeah.
and the truth is, be okay to go through it all. Like,
Yeah.
the way it happened for A,
Exactly, because
it's not the
not
same way.
happen.
Yeah,
clearly
it's not
we
the
had
same
different
way it happened.
experiences, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but pregnancy is beautiful in its own way.
Definitely.
Oh man, if pregnancy hits you, you see that nausea. you see that nausea on its own.
Right.
But yeah,
No, you see that heartburn.
oh yeah, see everything. Everybody has, but then the outcome is the best part.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the best
and,
part of it.
and
That's
that's
the
why we're here.
that's
So
the best part of it.
we're just also we're would I say for those who are hoping that they'll
and
experience
praying.
this, we will join our faith with yours, and we're just believing that you will enjoy motherhood. You will have your own babies too soon, if that's
Enjoy the
what
whole
you
process,
desire.
yeah.
We
So
pray.
I keep smiling. I'm looking at my baby.
That's right. Hi. We pray for you that you get just the way you want, and your pregnancy journey will be beautiful. Like you will love it, every bit of it, and you'll share your testimony. So maybe
So,
till
guys,
next time
till
then.
next time.
Till next time.
And go for anti-natal.
Go, hey,
Don't
don't
be like
worry,
me.
you will not dance. Don't worry. I will talk to my
And
colleagues.
listen to your OB, if there's an OB that you're seeing, or your
Yeah.
midwife,
Yeah.
whichever one option you're going with.
Yeah, and take all the advice they give you. Follow it through, because honestly,
Yes.
like most especially if it's your
And
first.
one thing,
Take your
Yeah.
vitamins too.
please.
Yes.
Take
There
your
was-
prenatal
there-
vitamins, please.
And there was a story I saw of a lady who had cravings and had to get corn from a passenger in the bus. Please don't try that.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to having you on our next episode.
Till then,
subscribe.
Have fun.
have fun.
Like,
Share, comment,
like.
keep the comment section buzzing.
Share with us any weird pregnancy thing that's ever happened to you.
Yeah, we'll read them.
And we'll respond.
Yes, we will. We'll engage with your comments. We look forward to
I
seeing
actually
you.
think that we should have an episode where we read out people's comments and then
And questions, right?
questions and then
Okay,
respond.
that will be good. That will be
Okay.
good. So guys,
Bye.
it's a wrap. See you later. Bye.